and setting up here in my car because I'm having a couple of mishaps, I guess, with my video. So I'm gonna make it short and sweet today because I've got a lot to do anyway, and we'll see what gets going here. I'm gonna have to refresh my screen here and see if I can even uh, see if it gets me. I can't even see myself on the video. I hope everybody sees me. Uh, hey Joy, oh I see Joy in there. I'm trying to view it on my computer at the same time, and I'm not being very successful. So hopefully you can help walk me through this, Joy. I'm doing it in my car up here at my shop, and it's not going to be the best video, but no, when did I break the internet? I don't believe I've broken the internet any. I've had the internet to break on me, Joy, but I haven't broken the internet. But I'm sitting up here in my car, and I'm comfortable this way too because it's a little bit nippy in the shop this morning. Uh, I'm gonna just take it easy out here and enjoy the outside, and maybe, hey Jamie, how are you? Uh, Maybe we'll get some other things done. I've got to put up another video I've been editing last night. A friend of mine, Malcolm Parker, I know a lot of y'all have seen my car that's got his sign on it. I've got an interview that I'm going to post for him that we did yesterday in response to a local small news organization, a guy who started a Wise News Network. He's got about 500 subscribers, and he goes around town like he's CBS or TNN or TBS or whatever, NBC, MSNBC, and he has made a point to try to hurt Malcolm Parker in his reelection bid. And I'm trying to help Malcolm as best I can. Malcolm's a good friend, and I'm going to do an interview with Malcolm. I've already done the interview. I'm editing it today, and so I'm going to be spending my time doing that today. And hopefully, it will help Malcolm in his reelection bid in Cherryville. It's local politics. I'm going to use my network to help him as best I can. But if you want to see the interview that I do with Malcolm, just check out the upload that I put up probably in a few hours, and hopefully we'll be able to help Malcolm in his reelection bid, because this other boy that runs Wise News Network, I feel like, well, he's already threatened Malcolm in some ways and wanted to sort of sabotage his reelection campaign. He actually helped prop up the person that's running against him, because Malcolm didn't vote exactly the way he wanted to on a museum proposal and a few other things. And so he's taken upon himself to try to get Malcolm ousted. And I'm trying my best to keep Malcolm in there, because Malcolm has done a lot of good things for our city. And you'll see that when you see our interview, and hopefully everybody will like the interview that we've got going on. Hey James, sorry for the bad the bad video we've got here. I'm sitting outside my shop in my car's running, keeping me warm. And as a matter of fact, I'm gonna turn the heat on my feet a little bit, if y'all don't mind. I don't know if you'll hear the fan running in the background, but I'm gonna put some heat on me if I can. I got the heated seats going, so I'm gonna stay toasty up here and chat with y'all. And I've got it set so I can actually see everybody chatting, which is good. But I'm just setting up here using my iPhone and doing this this morning, and I know the video is probably turned on the short side because I just got it upright. Yeah, at least my butt's warm. That's for sure, and that has not always been the case, and especially we've got this oil furnace up here, which I'm gonna probably replace. Well, the furnace I'm gonna keep in here, but I'm gonna change out the heat mechanism because I don't have the used oil that I used to have, and we're about to run out this year. So I'm gonna have to come up with an alternative heat system up here at the shop. Probably gonna put one of these little small split units in, something like that, a little small heat pump, because we don't need a lot. This is not a huge area. It's tall, but it's not huge. So I'm gonna probably put a small unit in, so just keep the dampness, the cold off of me and Jim, and then that way we can sparingly run the other one if we wanted to. But the other one just blasts out a lot of heat at one time, which is good in a big shop, but we don't necessarily need all that now. And I won't have the supply of burnt oil or used oil like I used to. I used to have hundreds of gallons of used oil, and now that I don't have a trucking business anymore, that's dwindled away. So that's where I'm at. Yeah, Joey and I found out what happened on that. I think it happened prior to me coming up here, because I tell you, it almost happened again. What that is, I evidently jackknifed my trailer, or me or somebody. I don't know who has to take the blame for it, but I was using my a flat trailer just the other day, and I was jacking it, and I knew I was getting close, and I got out and checked, and I go, that looks exactly like the dent that's in the bumper. If I were to keep on, I would dent my bumper again. So I may have dented that prior to coming up to New York and didn't even realize it. And, and that's why when I saw it, I thought, well, that's just the way the bumper is. But the other day, as I was out using that same trailer or a trailer, and I was jacking it around tight, and I noticed that it was going to hit my bumper almost in the exact same spot. So I may be the culprit that did it, Joey. I don't know. Somebody may have done it, but it was probably me, and I didn't even realize I had dented my bumper. So that may be the resolution to Bumpergate, as you might say, because it looks like it's possible that I may have done that myself, instead of accusing somebody in your good state of New York, up there at Cooperstown or at Hershey or some of these other places I stopped at. We thought maybe somebody backed into us there, but it just, from my situation the other day, and actually putting it in a similar situation, I think it was possibly myself that dented that bumper and didn't even realize it. I think I jacked my trailer too tight. Yeah. No, I'm not trying to add to the carbon footprint, that's for sure. And I'm not worried about it if I do. I'm not a crazy climate person one way or the other. I look at it and I call it weather. I don't worry about extreme climate changes. We have had extreme climate changes all through the centuries. And, when you go look get a true unbiased meteorologist, one that's not bought off by Disney, and Disney owns ABC and all that, and now they own the Weather Channel, so now they want to make the Weather Channel sound biased toward climate change. And they used to never do that. They just reported the weather, and now we have this hurricane coming in, and that's because of climate change. Well, they've had crazy hurricanes for years, and it was not because of climate change. It is a total scam. I mean, it's changing somewhat. I'm not going to deny that there has been some increases, and over the years there have been some decreases. The climate does change, but I don't think it's gotten to the factor. I don't think it's got to the point that all these extremists. I mean, that's what I'm against, is the extreme nature that they're trying to push this forward on. Uh, we're not in a climate crisis like so many of them try to push. They're pushing their narrative. So, and what is their narrative? Is so they can sell more electric vehicles, so they can push you away from gas, so they can quit drilling, and make us more dependent on solar and everything else that they're trying to jam down our throats. So it's not, you know, I want technology to improve. I mean, I'm all for technology to improve and make our lives better, and make our life, and help within any kind of disaster that we have, whether it's weather related or climate related. I hope we can come up with the technologies that will help us. But I'm not going to be an extremist like we have so many of. And that is the part that really drives me crazy. I mean, we need to be calm and solve these problems as they come up on a daily basis without dramatically saying we're going to take all these vehicles off the road. We're going to shut down all these coal firing plants. We're going to change everything, and we're going to make you have electric vehicles. And then they tear up the environment in other areas to try to make us do what they want to do with their narrative. There's money behind these things, and that's usually how you can figure these things out. Follow the money trail. Who is pushing these narratives? Why are we all of a sudden in these crisis situations? It's because of money in certain people's hands, and money that they want to put in their hands. It was just like the pandemic that we had. Look at that. Look how much money was pushed to certain areas. Look how many people got rich off of the pandemic. I mean, it's a scam to the world, and we're being led down this prickly path of, oh yeah, we got climate change, and if you don't do it, we're gonna. I mean, that poor Greta Thunberg, she's gonna be really scared to death because she hadn't got but 1 or 2 more years to live, because that 10 or 12 years is about finished. And Al Gore, he was talking about, the Statue of Liberty was going to be underwater. Well, I don't think it's come up 2 inches over on Ellis Island. So, where is the crisis that he was touting 15 or 20 years ago? It's not there. These people, they keep pushing the time stamp, the time date out. It's going to be in the next 12 years. And then when that 12 years is over, well, it's going to be in the next 10 years. And when that's over, well, it's going to be in the next 5 years or 10 years. They keep pushing it, kicking that can down the road on their climate change. And I'm sick and tired of it. I don't think we need to mess with that anymore. Yeah, as long as they're not on the federal payroll, these climatologists, and there's plenty of them, that will tell you the real facts about the climate. They will show you how many degrees it's warmed up or how many degrees it's gotten cold. And they will show you how small of amount that has changed in the past 150 years. Yeah, you can see increases that was probably man-made, but in that same respect, man can maybe solve these problems without going crazy about these problems. I mean, we need fossil fuel. We make all of our plastics out of fossil fuel. We make so many things out of fossil fuel. I mean, the number is just crazy. Well, guys, I tell you, I've got a lot on my plate today, and I'm going to cut this short. we'll take up the climate change and the weather and elections and everything else. Check out my interview with Malcolm Parker uh, later today, and I wish all of you guys, the great guys that I have on this channel, I wish all of y'all could come down here and vote, but uh, you know we're not the national. I can't stuff the ballot for Malcolm, and we don't have mail-in ballots over here. We got actually voter ID, and you have to show your driver's license in North Carolina. So North Carolina has strengthened their voter ID situation, which I think is great. And hopefully other states and other places will take heed to that too. Well, yeah, I'm not going to be able to stuff ballots, James. I wish I could. Well, y'all take care. I'm going to get out of the car and go on back down to the house, and y'all take care, and I'll see y'all later.